Then Kara goes on a tirade against one of the officers.
I want to do something to get arrested, though. Like, I'm trying to...
You already did. That's why you're sitting right here. That's why you're sitting right here.
Stick up. If I get 6 to jump you and beat the out of you and shut you up, your bitch. Shut the fuck up.
God damn!
Karrahbooo had been arrested, so her best option would be to keep quiet. Instead, she became yet another one of those body cam videos that go viral.
This bitch is crazy. In this video, we are reacting to Lil Yachty warned us about Karrahbooo. I'm actually interested in this video because the whole concrete group and all that drama that happened, I'm really interested in seeing what happened. And for her, I've seen her trying to get on people's streams and like revive herself, but it's going pretty slow. I think she's doing kind of okay. Nah, actually she's not. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get straight into this video.
She been comment me.
The biggest and most favored rapper on his label, but now she's almost nowhere to be found.
Now I'm this terrible monster who was never a good person, who's, what do you say, bad to all women.
Their fallout comes from one of them engaging in alleged abusive behavior, but it's still not clear who was the perpetrator and who was the victim.
Tell people how you verbally abuse people. How you told me you gonna spit on me when you see me.
Why I think bro was singing?
You verbally abuse people. Tell people how.
Tell people. Come on, bro.
How you verbally abuse people.
That's a banger too.
You gonna spit on me when you see me. Tell people how you talk to people, bro.
It's like, it's crazy how like rich men and they can like really like go over and like treat you like.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh my goodness. I can see her. Her eyes are like this, trying to think about what to say. Shut the fuck up.
That nigga's tripping.
And they can silence you. Like all you need is money. Like they can get away with damn near anything.
And while this might be a case of one person's word against another, there has been recent footage that shows that Yachty might have been right all along. Throughout this
like these
Karrahbooo painted Yachty as a powerful person who was holding her back. But in the beginning, Yachty was actually using his power to help her accomplish her dreams.
The thing that made me want to start rapping was like I was both assistant and I was at the studio. No, we was at this little movie thing. Like he had to go do voiceovers for a movie he was in, and I'm like, this been in hella movies because he a rapper. And like I'm finna be like I want to be a rapper, and that's literally when I started being like I want to be a rapper. Ever since that day, I don't know. That's when I really was like, nah, I want to be a rapper.
And this moment was an incredibly positive period for both Yachty and Karrahbooo. In a very short span of time, Karrahbooo quickly transformed from an assistant to someone who needed their own assistant. She signed to Yachty's label and despite being a girl, became a member of the Concrete Boys. She gained momentum in the Atlanta hip-hop scene, and in June of 2023, her career really took off when she performed a freestyle with the Concrete Boys for On the Radar. 12 months later, the Concrete Boys were supporting Yachty on tour, with Karrahbooo now the most popular member of the group, but suddenly she stopped appearing at concerts.
Can you imagine? This nigga gave you... Nah, fuck it. He gave you everything. He gave you everything down to the bars. Every last word. And you get mad and you don't appreciate it. And shit like this happened. I already know. I remember when it was all happening, unfolding, when they was like breaking up as a group, everything was coming out. Photos, leaks, other people coming out saying, yes, she did do this, yeah, she did do that, yeah, he did do that. Bro, you had it right here. Now you dropped that generational bag, dummy.
I can see everybody is there. They got the whole suits on and everything, but the only person that ain't there is Karrahbooo. And one of the comments that stood out the most that I've seen, right, it say, for those wondering where Karrahbooo is, she has been suspected of leaving / removed from the group after unfollowing Yachty and being removed from the Concrete Boys Instagram bio. And as I scroll down even more, you had people asking, yo, where is Karrahbooo? Where is Karrahbooo? You got
nobody from Concrete was explaining why, but Karrahbooo was amplifying the people wondering why she wasn't there.
Karrahbooo page. And I'm scrolling through Karrahbooo page, right? As you can see, she's not with concrete. And it's a little weird because Karrahbooo started doing this thing. She was reposting other people asking, you know, where's Karrahbooo? And they were at the concert. It was literally people showing up to the concert asking where Karrahbooo at.
Yachty then broke the silence surrounding this issue.
I'm gonna say this one time, right? We have split ways with Kara as far as this concrete.
He didn't want to say her name. Care.
I don't have nothing. I have nothing to say, nothing bad to say, nothing negative to say about Kara. I wish her.
And low key, I believe a lot more of what Yachty said, because if y'all know Yachty, he's very like unserious. Not like a little ass kid, but he just talks lightheartedly. So when you see someone in their demeanor change like this, it's like, damn, they're being like serious about something. Like they're telling the truth, or not necessarily telling the truth, but like they're for real about something. Like something's really on their mind that they're trying to like get out. You know what I mean? That was the vibe of this for like the week it was going on
in her career.
Like he was really hurt.
Yeah. That's that. You know? Yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything really bad to say or anything good to say. We just split, you know?
For many, this wasn't a satisfactory response. Why would Karrahbooo leave a tour supporting one of the biggest rappers in the game at the time, and one of the biggest opportunities she had? And why would Yachty get rid of the most popular member of his supporting group and a rising star on his own label? There are important pieces missing from this story. And
I'm not gonna lie, we don't give a fuck about you. When did you get added to the group? You, bro, I thought this was Agent for a second. These was the only two niggas we was looking out for. We ain't gonna lie. This is where he blew up in 23 again. He re-blew up again. And then she was blowing up too.
August 22nd.
I liked her, but comes to find out I liked her because her flow was his. It was coming from him the whole time. That's why I was like, oh, her flow is, you know, the way she approached it. Her cadence is different. Yeah, because this nigga was writing everything for her, or just freestyling it, and she was just repeating it right after. Like that On the Radar freestyle.
Fan claimed that Karrahbooo had informed her exactly what happened, and this differed greatly from what Yachty had led people to believe. This fan was working at a Red Lobster and spotted Karrahbooo walk inside, so she decided to ask her what happened. She tweeted, "Bro, she walked in my job to order some biscuits and I asked her why she left. She immediately corrected me and said I didn't leave, they kicked me out, saying they were really mean to her and bully her a lot. She seemed really hurt behind tough situation, to be honest, like they really did her dirty. And I believe it's because her name was the biggest behind Yachty. If we being real, I only started listening to him again because of her. They're haters. I told her she'll..."
Ain't there... I don't give a fuck about what you said. What about that one girl? She was at Dyke. Her name was like Joe. Or like JoJo or Gio. Her name was Gio, right? Wasn't she in the group? What happened?
Do just fine without him. F him. This was a far cry from what Yachty said, and Yachty soon gave a much less diplomatic response to Karrahbooo's departure.
Why, bro, copy my hair? Why Yachty copy me? Fuck.
All I ever did was help care. If you want to tell the whole story, go ahead, tell people how you verbally abuse people. Alright? Don't get on here and make it seem like I kicked you out. Like kicked you out cause bullying you? Bro, go ahead, tell people how you talk to people. How you tell my security guard, oh, you homeless, oh, you work for me, oh,
damn.
You ain't got no, you're poor, and we love you, and how you talk to people like they nothing. You talk to people like they small, like they beneath you. Bro, hold on. Tell people
damn.
How you verbally abuse people. How you told me you gonna spit on me when you see me. What? Tell people how you talk to people, bro. How you your brain is clinically imbalanced, bro. How you
Damn.
disrespect people. How you go around treating people in your everyday life. I've been letting you do this whole thing where you act like you like a princess and you sweet and you know like, oh, you just such a good girl. Bro, stop the front, bro.
The beef with Karrahbooo came.
Damn, that's crazy. You know why? Because she looked just like this. She be snapping just like this. And on top of that, she does always play that part. Like, you can see videos, well, from before, back at like concerts and stuff, where she'll be like, there'd be a video where like she's mean or whatever, but then you go to her page and her whole image is like that. I'm just a pretty girl who rap. I'm just a pretty girl who rap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just so shy and timid and I rap, like, whatever. That's why I believe what he was saying. And he didn't say none of it to, like, me. He held on everything for me, like, talking about what she did to him for, like, a few days. And then was like, all right, since you want to talk, this will happen.
At the same time that Yachty had
He was talking about what she did to other
accused
people
of
at
belittling
first.
his childhood friend Mitch on a podcast, and by all accounts was
I'm sorry.
accused of belittling his childhood friend Mitch on a podcast, and by all accounts was not a very good look.
Imagine if you didn't have a friend who's already extremely successful to help you get on your feet. A lot of people don't have that. So what I'm saying is, what do you say? Because you didn't want to get a job. I never even suggested you get a job because I knew you wouldn't get a job.
So Yachty was fighting off accusations that he wasn't a good friend on two fronts.
That's real, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yachty also argued that while Karrahbooo was a popular musician and personality, her actual music wasn't profitable.
That's real. I just don't know if you're supposed to say that. You know what I mean? That's one of those things where it's like, that makes sense and you're right for that, but at the same time you're wrong for actually saying it out loud. That's something that someone doesn't need to hear, especially in front of a camera.
Y'all get popping online and then you become more popular than your actual music, right? You $900,000 in a hole and I got every receipt.
God damn.
$900,000 concrete in a hole. I got every receipt. I'ma post it. I dare you, try me. Try me, I'ma post it. And I'll post how much money your streams are made.
Then Yachty dropped a pretty damning bombshell. The narrative among Karrahbooo fans was that Yachty was becoming too jealous of her talent and was afraid that she was going to outshine him. But this new piece of information completely destroyed that narrative. Later in the video, Yachty claimed that the On the Radar freestyle, the song that springboarded Karrahbooo's career, was written by him.
I wrote that verse when we went on the radar. I put you last on purpose so everyone would say, who the that girl? I slowed the beat down. I put 808 specifically on your verse so when it got to your part and the beat dropped, everyone would be like, oh, the girl is the craziest one. I wrote that verse the night before we even went on the radar on my phone. I typed, I got the voice, I got the reference. What the?
Now, if this nigga's writing for Drake, you know for a damn fact he's writing for fucking Karrahbooo.
What we talking about? You ain't never wrote no a song in your life. That's why ain't no music came out since you've been left. Cause you ain't got no music.
True to his word, Yachty posted the reference track. Karrahbooo responded to this video on Instagram and posted, "Put it on your kid, I ain't write these songs, Miles," or Yachty. "Stop the cap and leave me out your internet shenanigans." Karrahbooo highlighted the songs Running Late and Where Yo Daddy received more streams than the On the Radar freestyle, but that's partially because On the Radar freestyle wasn't on Spotify for the majority of the time while it was going viral. She then reiterated her side of the story and wrote, "Stop bullying me, big dog. I never said nothing. You letting random fans get in your head. Man up." Karrahbooo seemed to admit that Yachty wrote this freestyle, but she's gone on to write more popular songs. But academics then shed further light on this.
From what I'm hearing, survey says you're right. Yachty didn't write Where Yo Daddy, that song. But survey says your verse was written by Mitch.
Karrahbooo then went on IG Live and said that the reason why she hasn't released any new music is not because she can't write her own songs, but because Yachty was not allowing her to release music.
I'm being silenced. I'm being silenced.
I'm tired of people that say shit like this. Someone's after me, I'm being silenced, I can't do this, I can't do that. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm tired of seeing people say stuff like this and just skating off with whatever they say. Yo, I know aliens exist. I know exactly where they are, but I'm being silenced. Yo, I actually know how to win the lottery, but I'm being silenced. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't say it then if you're being silenced. Don't talk about it if you're being silenced.
3 months.
You don't even sound confident saying you're silenced.
And like, ooh.
I used to like her too.
Ooh.
You just started pissing me the fuck off.
It's 2 stories. The truth and Cap.
She then appeared on the No Ordinary podcast and argued that Yachty also used writers.
And you know what's crazy? Boat used writers for Let's Start Here. Is that the album? He had a whole team of writers. in El
Everybody.
Paso, Texas. Like,
That's not... He never said he didn't. You said you didn't, though. He never said that. Michael Jackson had writers. Beyonce had writers. Rihanna had writers. But you sitting here making it, trying to tell everybody that you don't have writers. You never had writers. You made everything yourself. And then it comes out. Then it's, well, I wrote these. And these are my most popular. No one cares about the writing thing. It's the fact that you're saying you don't have one, but you do. And it was him. Dumbass.
what are you doing, bro? He can't. My bad. Glad.
And if you look at the writer credits for Let's Start Here, you'll indeed see a team of, quote, writers, but it seems as if these are writers in the sense that they're writing the music, producers, people that he sampled, and Yachty's writing the lyrics. We haven't gotten a reference track for a Yachty song yet. This was his kind of psychedelic
Regardless
album,
of whatever it is
would
for
be
anything.
strange if it didn't have collaborators from that genre to help him out. On an academic stream about this topic, Yachty jumped into the comments and wrote, "No one has ever wrote for me ever, just for the record." Karrahbooo then showed a screenshot of Jacob Portrait being credited as a songwriter on Let's Start Here, but this is another semantic issue where he seems to be a writer and not a person putting down lyrics. Yachty and Karrahbooo would rigidly stick to their stories, and Karrahbooo not releasing any music or even leaking music ran the risk of killing her career.
Damn,
However,
yeah.
she soon found herself back in the limelight once again when Yachty was interviewed by Shannon Sharp. Here we see that Yachty is not the most consistent with his views.
Let me ask you this, Sarah. Ghostwriting. Where are you on ghostwriting? Because, I mean, some people like, okay, Shannon, blah, blah, blah. And then some people like, nah, if you're a true MC, you got to put pen to pad.
It's stupid though. You know, like I think that like it's a collaborative effort. It's music. No one is saying go make a movie by yourself. It's entertainment, right? Like it takes a team to put together a record that you know and love. And I think that you are just like lost in the sauce if you don't like a record because you feel like someone should have did it alone.
Yeah, I feel like that with Drake. There's a lot of things that they say, oh, Drake can rap. Drake can write himself. Even if the songs, what's it called? There's something called like, I don't know. Like, singers do it all the time. There's Charlie Puth getting everybody hits, but we don't want to hear that nigga's voice. Can't lie. So he gives it to Beyonce because her voice, we can't replicate that. We can't replicate the cadence that she will do with the words. So it's okay. But when you sit here and you say, oh, wait, Beyonce didn't write it. No, you don't say that. When you sit here and say, oh, Drake didn't write it, though. So he never claimed that, oh, I didn't have ghostwriters until he did. And that's where he messed up. But there's nothing wrong with it.
Should have been 100% true, or all of the components in the story weren't authentic to that artist.
Right.
What are you talking about? If you like it, like it. If you love it, love it. If you hate it, hate it.
Right.
No one gives a because there's a person for everything.
Yachty has co-wrote songs with Drake, City Girls, Young Thug, and Meg Thee Stallion. So he has a vested interest in normalizing the practice of writing for other rappers, but was perfectly happy to shame Karrahbooo when it suited him.
No, this is what you're not about to do. What you're not about to do is make it seem like he was like, oh, who cares about ghostwriters? And say, you had a ghostwriter. She said she did not have a ghostwriter. Why are you lying? Don't lie about it. That's why he said, okay, what I just said. You can have a ghostwriter. Just don't lie and say, I don't have a ghostwriter. Because you do.
Yachty was also specifically asked about Karrahbooo.
You had an artist leave the group, your label, Karrahbooo. Uh-oh. What happened? You can fix it?
I tried. I really did try. I tried to. Man. I swear to God, I tried. I cared so much for her. It just didn't work out. You know, we had different views, we had different mindsets, and I just can't tolerate disrespect. I don't even want to sit here and like bash her, right? It's just
she got
different of opinions, different of
no, it wasn't any different opinion. I just don't tolerate disrespect. I don't, especially when I'm doing for you.
Right.
I won't.
You got 3 sweaters on.
And sometimes I don't even think it was on purpose, man. I think she just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
The beef would soon fall back to the allegations of abusive behavior, and this time around, Karrahbooo would reveal some pretty damning messages she received from Yachty. In this isolated exchange, Yachty is clearly sending messages that don't make him look too great. Karrahbooo wants to book a flight, and Yachty responds, "Shut the F up, B. Get your own flight if you want it so bad." And lame ass B, she captioned the screenshot with, "I'm only disrespectful when disrespected." So bear in mind, this conversation is happening in a group chat where other people can see Yachty going in on her like this, which goes to show she probably may have done something to elicit this type of speech from Yachty, or Yachty was just really angry. We don't know for certain. Then Karrahbooo messaged Yachty in private and writes, "You talking all that in the chat where everyone can see, but when I call you in private, you hang up. You don't got nothing to say. You pathetic as F." Yachty bluntly responded to this with, "Pop out." And Karrahbooo quoted the screenshot with, "Told me to pop out? Grown-ass man, by the way." She also said that she could pay for the flight with the money the label owes her, which is at odds with Yachty's claim that she has a $900,000 deficit with
Damn, I'm not gonna lie, you're not getting out of that debt, especially with your trash-ass music. Without Yachty, your life is cooked. Unless you start something or rap. Why don't you try and sing? Just try and sing. You're a girl. You probably could sing.
So this was yet another area where we're
right. That's how it works.
Information from both people. Ultimately, these messages in isolation don't make Yachty look very good. But the bigger question that left many people scratching their heads was, what led up to this angry outburst? Saying "pop out" to a chick is very difficult to defend, but Yachty on the whole has had pretty good relationships with so many other people, and this behavior looked extremely out of character. Yachty could have waited for this beef to fizzle out, but Karrahbooo made further accusations that forced him to respond. In May, Karrahbooo tweeted, "We are now on month 11 of Lil Yachty keeping me in a deal just to be petty and keep me from releasing music and moving on with my life. Guess the line on my name trying to turn everyone against me because I wanted out of a toxic environment wasn't enough." But then she went for a low blow and wrote, "You have a daughter and you treating women like this is mind-blowing. Like, I know you never see her, but still, that doesn't make sense how evil this man is to women."
Okay.
With this comment, Karrahbooo stepped over 2 lines. She made this beef into a broader accusation that Yachty hates women, and she also inserted his daughter into the equation. On IG Live, Yachty explained that his daughter is very much a part of his life, so much so that he was now on tour with her. And he addressed the accusation that he was preventing Karrahbooo from releasing music.
So, first off, from the jump, when we split with Kara, there was never a "you can't drop," right? There was never anything that said that she couldn't drop music. She just didn't drop. You know what I'm saying?
Because she doesn't have fucking music to drop. She doesn't have anything that she can do. She's garbage. She doesn't know how to really make it herself. The thing is, when you have a ghostwriter or some of that nature, over time you can learn the process of whoever is helping you. I wonder if she's picked those processes up, because if you think about it, she can get back in the studio and make some music, and really, she knows what sound works. She knows and she has 2 songs doing well. Why don't she just try it? But I feel like it's a lot of pressure and beat selection, and then if it doesn't do well, then It makes it look like it validates him. It gives him a lot of validity to his side of the argument and everything. So by just sitting here saying, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to stay on my high horse and just, not really do anything and just say that he won't let me. It'll be a better look than just dropping. I think that's where she's coming from.
The thing was, she didn't want to drop. She didn't want to drop under the label because she felt like, oh, well, if I'm putting a song out and we're not cool, it shouldn't come out under your label. But guys, that's not how business works. See what I'm saying? There's no way I'm going to invest money into somebody, put money into something, make no return, and then you can just, when you feel like it, just drop when you want, right? So what happened was, I said, hey, you find somebody to sign you, and we'll do the paperwork.
Pay over that money.
So first off, for the longest, nobody would sign, right? So nobody wanted to sign her.
This is a similar situation in how Gunna is still signed to Young Thug. Young Thug clearly doesn't like Gunna, but he invested time and money into making him an artist. But Karrahbooo eventually was given a deal.
Alright, cool. She got a deal, right? And the deal came, and I didn't care what the deal was. I don't care how much money it was. I really don't care, right? I said, okay, cool, I'll sign the paperwork. That's fine, I don't care. But, before I sign that paperwork, I want my jewelry back, right? My earrings, 8-carat earrings, my watch, everything else. And you can go, right? But see, the thing was, she went on streaming tours and goddamn balloon contests and all whatever else. So she didn't want to give me my jewelry back.
So Yachty wanting all of his jewelry back might come across as a bit petty, but the central point stood that she was free to release music as she wished.
Nigga, I want my money.
She had to do it through his label.
Like this, she's painting a narrative that like, oh, he won't let me drop, he hates me, bro, I'm the one who reached out to her to come back. Cause I was like, this is stupid. I was like, bro, this is stupid, we can fix this, right? And when she came back, she had an attitude, chip on her shoulder, and she was just nasty. So I said, you know what, this isn't gonna work, all right? Boom, and that's what it is.
Karrahbooo then went on stream and revealed that she had received a cease and desist letter from Yachty's legal team for defaming his character. But this was framed as Yachty using his power to silence her.
It's like, it's crazy how like rich men and they can like really like go over and like.
Yeah, she really light skinned. She got a yam on her face.
And they can silence you. Like all you need is money. Like they can get away with damn near anything.
And she also brought up the moment that Yachty was rude to Mitch. She claimed that this was not Yachty acting out of character, but a moment where the mask slipped.
Twitter was eating him up about that clip of him and Mitch, where he was being disrespectful. That's how he talks to us all the time.
Another key point she wanted to get across was when she decided to start rapping. Yachty was not the super supportive person he's made himself out to be. In fact, Yachty and Concrete Boy DC2 Trill actually discouraged her.
And I told him in DC, I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper. And they started busting out like, well, DC didn't, he was laughing, but not like on no haters.
Why is she whispering? Is she renting? Why is she whispering? Or did she go back to her parent place? I'm just confused on why she's whispering, like trying to keep it low.
Laughing on somebody.
It's hard for me to hear.
Karrahbooo ignored Yachty laughing at her and made the song Money Counter, a song that later became a relatively big single of hers. Before she released it, she played it for Yachty.
So I showed both because I was still his assistant. So he played it for what, like 5 seconds, cut it off. I swear to God, on my little sister. He cut it off, looks at me and says, "Don't ever release that." Straight face. And I start laughing because like I was like, damn. And then he was like, "No, I'm dead."
Academics did a stream about this beef and took the effort to actually have a telephone conversation with Karrahbooo. On this stream, we have yet another he said, she said situation where Karrahbooo claimed to have given back all of Yachty's jewelry.
Wait, let me clear that up. I been gave that back. I been gave that to legal. I been gave anything to make this process go faster. I did it. He said he wanted it back. He said, mind you, he said he wanted it back. Earrings he gave me for Christmas. This watch he gave me like when I was an assistant, and like,
You
to
do
wear
understand how that
shades.
kind of sounds, right? Like, it's one of those things to be like, yo, give me back my PS5 I gave you. Like, it kind of feel like, okay, I left this over your house.
I thought it sounded corny, but at the same time, like, take it. I don't care.
Okay, nah. So this is what we're not about to do. And he thinks that Karrahbooo's gonna fucking let him take her on a date or some shit. Cause this nigga is just tripping.
That nigga's tripping.
Am I stupid or something? That's exactly how I would be. If I give you something, you disrespect me, my kids, whatever I'm doing, in any opportunity I gave you, especially I gave you like two mil. I put 2 mil in the bank for you. Obviously, you don't have 2 mil. Like, I didn't give you 2 mil, but like, I brought you $200 or $2 million, right? And you're still in debt, and you're talking about me and my family. Give me my shit back, because that's disrespect. Disrespect is different. It's different to want things back from disrespect than wanting things back from just being petty or being whatever you want to call it. Don't spit in my face and then still have my watch on. That don't make sense. Am I tripping?
Like, I literally don't care about jewelry.
Ack then pushed her on the disingenuous framing that this beef was because Yachty.
She's lying. She loves jewelry. She said it.
And even when you speak about it, like,
Oh shit, Yachty said that. She didn't write it.
Like, you know, like the way you describe Yachty, you're describing him like an abuser. You alright?
He's not a physical abuser. He's never ever hit me or anything like that. Nothing weird. He's never, like, I don't see him ever, like, losing his temper enough to put his hands on a woman.
Yeah, but the way you describe him, even when you say, you know, you have a daughter, it's like you're saying that his view or how he treats women seems to be in a very, you know, maybe misogynistic or just a way that is demeaning.
I do think that, and also, by the way, I wasn't trying, I would never talk mean about a baby, especially her. Like, I think she's a beautiful, gorgeous, fly baby. Like, I would never talk about a baby. All I was saying is, like, this is something my dad brought up to me. He asked me this, like, he said, does he have a daughter? And I said, yes. And he says, so why does he treat women like this?
So you go and blast it on Twitter and send it to the world. Dumbass. People like this, he was right about your brain. We need to do a surgery. I saw a video, I reacted to a video yesterday. Back in the day, they were doing brain surgeries with like a little drill like this. And people didn't survive. Either that or one of them. You're dumb.
Later that month, Karrahbooo got a pretty important gig as a supporting act for Key Glock at the Coca-Cola Roxy in Atlanta. But instead of making the most of this, she was arrested for simple battery. In August, body cam footage was released and really exposed Yachty's claims about her behavior. And this might be the moment where Karrahbooo's mask slipped.
Oh yeah, let's get straight to
On this
it.
night, Karrahbooo and the man she was with were arrested for simple battery on a security guard, and she got out on bond. Karrahbooo responded on social media and said she was innocent. But here, we no longer have a he said, she said moment, and we have actual body cam footage
Let's
from
see
what
it.
happened that night. This footage began shortly after being arrested.
What did I do?
She tried to cry.
What did I do? Why won't you look me in my eyes? What did I do?
You're getting arrested because you're tall as shit. They're scared of you.
Then Kara goes on a tirade against one of the officers.
I want to do something to get arrested though. Like, I'm trying to.
You already did. That's why you're sitting right here. That's why you're sitting
Try to
right
shove
here.
a stick up. If I get 6 to jump you and beat the out of you and shut up your bitch. Shut the fuck up.
God damn!
Karrahbooo had been arrested, so her best option would be to keep quiet. Instead, she became yet another one of those body cam videos that go
This bitch is crazy.
viral, where someone only makes things worse for themselves.
You're doing a good job, Mr. Morris. Arrest the innocent bystanders and black people. You go, Mr. Morris. Yes. No, you fought to Vietnam War. Get your dumb ass back.
She then reverted back to the same narrative with Yachty, where if you do something to her, this could only mean that you hate all women.
You got a granddaughter? You got a granddaughter? You have a daughter? Do you have an auntie? Do you have a mother? Do you have a grandmother? You must not. Your head for a speech.
Does he have a mom? She's very, very intellectual.
What?
Very intellectual. She's tripping.
All you know how to use is that handcuffs and a taser. Everything you stand for is disgusting.
Then Karrahbooo's mother arrived, but Kara continued to lash out at officers who
That's
were
her mom?
involved.
Another officer dealt with the situation.
He can't help you. He's 4'1", and he can't help you. Sorry.
Yeah, she like, calm down. I've been through this with
There
you.
was another officer that dealt with the situation.
You don't know what happened, so why are you talking? Your teeth are crooked as and you need chapstick. Mom, they're going to hell. God just told me in my ear.
So Karrahbooo felt that she was mistreated by the police, so some people feel like she might have a justifiable reason for being so angry, and with Yachty, her defense was always that she was only disrespectful when she felt like she was being disrespected, but watch how she speaks to her own mother.
Go get my wallet and stop talking to me, please. And Mom. Okay, you want to write it down? Open your nose. Open your nose. Open your nose. Stop talking to me. I don't want to hear no speech. I'm not in my right mind. Do not fucking tell me.
God damn!
I'm not in my right mind. Just write the name. Just write the name. I'm not okay. I'm tripping.
She talking to her mom like that?
To ask Karrahbooo if she had taken her medication.
She said, shut the fuck up. Stop talking to me right now. I'm not in my right mind. I don't want to hear no fucking speech. Stop fucking talking to me right now. Open your phone and help me get out of jail. That's how you talk to someone that you're trying to get bailed out with, who's supposed to bail you out. She's tripping.
Vito has my ID. Did you take your medicine? Go get my ID, Mommy. I know. I need to know, did you take your medicine? Don't ever ask me
Oh.
that, especially in front of these odds. Put more, put more. Oh my God, you thinking of things that's... Mom, you didn't put nothing. Press it. Press the lip gloss. I know, I'm getting something off your lip. Mom, they're not playing around.
On the ride to the jail, Karrahbooo continued to belittle one of the police officers.
I hope they were both young. I hope we both grow. And I hope your whole family goes grow and y'all all grow.
Okay, that was damning evidence right there. Why she acts the way she does. Yachty was right. He's not crazy. She's tripping.
That nigga's tripping.
She needs medicine. Did you take your medicine? Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that ever in my life. She needs medicine. She's psycho.
You're a horrible person. You're sending an innocent woman to jail.
When this footage was released, Karrahbooo unsurprisingly doubled down and tweeted, "I didn't assault nobody. I got slammed by a big male security guard for walking past him trying to get to the dressing room with my name on it after I got off stage with my credential on my neck and an escort. So yes, that made me crash out because I never touched anybody and I have the video from the venue and everybody getting sued. Have a good day. We haven't seen that lawsuit yet."
So you're in a group. You beef with Yachty for how long? 11 months. You don't drop. You beef with him for like 3 weeks. You don't drop for 11 months because nobody wants to give you a deal. But you tell everybody it's because Yachty's not letting you. As soon as you get the deal, he's asking for jewelry back. And then you go around on a second tirade saying, oh, you know, I gave it back. I would have been gave it back. Why wouldn't I? Why would all this other stuff? And then on top of that, when you finally get your first chance to show yourself by yourself, newly, you get arrested because some shit like this. That was the worst day to skip your meds in the morning. I'm not gonna lie.
But this is not something she can just say and hope people take her word for it. At the end of this footage, there's video of the security from the building showing what happened.
So basically what happened is Karrahbooo walked up, and she had her credentials, but she was walking arm in arm with this other gentleman that was wearing this like, wind vest, and no wristband, no nothing to get in. And they started to argue with my pass check person saying, you know, let us back, I just come off stage. So Tim's like, okay, cool, give me 1 second, just let me step right back here just to verify who you are. And when he stepped into the door, they pushed the door, and if you saw this video, you'd know exactly what happened here. The dude literally jumped on Tim, and then Karrahbooo like wrapped around his waist and just started swinging and took him right to the ground. Dude, I could show you the video. You got FaceTime? Nope. Other way around.
So she completely
The
lied.
individual they assaulted is pressing charges.
Oh,
This is after
shit.
they pushed through the door.
You was 900K in debt. Now you about to break 100. You're about to break 100K in debt, and you haven't performed once in almost 2 years.
Alright? So this is after they pushed through the door. Right there, he's telling them to wait, and they just pushed through the door. There's Karrahbooo wrapped around, and there's the boyfriend on top of him. Karrahbooo's on the ground. Everything was going nice and easy, man. You know, it's always support, I feel like.
Damn.
Always support, man. 30 years doing this, and it's always support.
The present situation is that Karrahbooo and Yatchy have since squashed their beef, but Karrahbooo is still signed to his label, and it would have been very easy for Yatchy to use this footage against her and scream, "I told you so," but maybe, just maybe...
Nah, Yatchy said himself, it'll come out. He said it'll come out. You can't hide something like that that's in you forever in front of everybody. He said, you're in the spotlight, it's gonna come out. I don't have to do much. People are gonna find out. And I guess it's actually coming out. Appreciate y'all for watching. It was a long ass video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.